Today we're having a chat with Mohammed Siddique, who is the president of JVGenius.com, and he's America's favorite joint venture broker partner. I'd like to introduce Siddique to you because he has an interesting presentation today with Q&As. He is the co-author of Conversations with Expert. He is a chief joint venture professional. He's completed hundreds of joint ventures operations. He has personally trained 300 plus joint venture brokers from around the world, and he's done many joint ventures online with small businesses as well as multi-billionaire companies. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Siddique. Welcome to our session today, Siddique, and share anything and everything you can about establishing joint venture partner relationships.
Thank you, Sharon. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for a gorgeous intro for me. And now I'm like all full of egos here. Thank you so much. I love to share with you. Can you tell me a little bit more about your audience who are actually joining in today so that I can actually address their more who they are and what kind of questions they might have?
Well, yes, we actually have quite a few virtual assistants who work with small business owners. So they're going to be interested in finding out information about how they can become joint venture partners with other virtual assistants, as well as how they can introduce joint venturing to their clients and have their clients develop joint venture relationships with industries that are similar to theirs or partners that are even outside of the industry so that they can expand their network and build their business.
Wonderful, wonderful. In fact, virtual assistant, we quote unquote VAs, they are the most important people in anybody's business life. Okay. Without a VA, I can't even run my business. So let me tell you, VAs, if you are watching me, you are doing a most fabulous, most important job in your company, wherever you're going to working right now or you plan to work later. So your newbie, your experience, your job is you're always doing the most important things. Without you, the company cannot move. So please never ever consider that, oh, I'm just a VA to somebody. VA is the most important position in the company. Congrats on taking on this new challenge. And I work with many VAs. I have my own VAs, and plus I work with many VAs on the other side of this. So I have a pleasant experience with working with most of them.
I think that's fabulous, and I am very eager to learn more about how to develop those relationships so that I can gain more clients and earn more income.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. That's how I started almost 20 years ago, the same way. You know what? Because without a real relationship from your heart with people, whatever we are doing, we're just trying to make a living, and then next thing and next thing and next thing. Then I figure out, you know what? Let's do the real relationship you build for life. That they will become your real friends. Okay, isn't it fun when you have a business relationship that turns into a friendship and you really enjoy working with them and they enjoy working with you? They can call you, hey Sid, what's going on? That's kind of relationship you're looking for. And really in joint ventures, I would not trade for anything else in my life. This is how much passionate I am about this one. And that's, as Sharon mentioned a moment ago, I trained over 300 joint venture brokers around the world for the same reason. I can make an impact on other people's life, because people think, oh, relationship is very hard. It's a very systematic process and very simple process. However, it's a little bit work, and I have prepared a very small presentation for Sharon, for your audience, for VAs, and I'm trying to attempt to explain it, how easily they can understand this one. Let's get going into presentation, then I will be back with. You are about to discover how to create joint ventures profits and the best way to get money now. And my name is Mohammed Siddique. As Sharon explained, I am America's favorite joint venture authority. I'm a co-author of Conversation with Experts. We will run this one very quickly, just to let you know that who I am, and then I'm a chief joint venture professional, done hundreds of joint ventures around the world, trained over 350 joint venture brokers, and done joint ventures with a small company to multi-billion-dollar company. So that's a few seconds of self-bragging, just And I have clients like Russell Brunson, who's a multi-million-dollar business, and Brad Fallon, the 6 figures internet marketer. And Willie Crawford is considered to be godfather of joint ventures, and he is my client too. We work together on many things. So in joint ventures, you will be sharing your knowledge with many other experts on the other side. So, and list goes on, and I can sit here and talk the whole day about what kind of success I have brought in for my clients, but however, I rather spend time with you to make sure that you are learning from the experienced person. At the same time, I can show you the exact proven steps what really works in virtually any joint venture situation. Here is a very simple model how the joint venture works. So if you look at this one, the connector, I would say in this case, is you as a VA. You are the connector. You are a VA to your boss. You are connecting to the outside world. What you need to do is you are connecting with one person on this side, which is finding a large niche database. Okay, someone has a database, huge list. It could be a 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. On the other side, you need to connect with someone who has a product to promote. Let me take an example in your case. Let's say you are working for a company who has a software company. You are a VA to a boss, and the boss has a software, need to sell it to. Of course, you are not a salesperson. You are a connector. This is how the simplest way I could explain joint ventures. The number one, see, you are a connector. So you are a VA to a certain boss. As an example, you are working. Let's take an example. You are working for a software company, and you are a VA to a software company boss. So that means the product by the company is, you already have the product. You already have found the number 3. Number 1 is 2, and the number 2 is the person where you need to find the database of someone who is willing to promote that software to their customers or leads. So there's, in any joint venture, there are minimum 2 people involved. In most of the cases, there are 3 parties involved. One is the connector who knows the product owner. On the other side, they have access to the list owner. When that happens, you see that the success is created. Then everybody is a mutual win for everyone. In a true joint ventures, everyone make money, and there's no loss to anyone. So why somebody would consider joint ventures? Marketing is expensive and cuts into your profits. With the joint venture, it's a mutual win. There's no, absolutely, the cost is virtually zero. With joint ventures, you don't even need to have your own product. There's a countless products available. You can actually do the way you want it. You just need to be a connector. More focus is how you can actually find products and how you can actually find somebody else who want to sell the products. There are many people around the world who do the middleman job. That's what they do. Example would be real estate agents. They sell, they buy home, they help you to buy home, they help you to sell home. But however, they do not own a home to sell. So when somebody is looking for a home, that means that's the buyer. On the other side, they go to the sellers and actually connect them together. They make a certain % commission. Joint ventures are also the same way. With joint ventures, there's no overheads of any kind, and you can work from home if you do joint ventures. Let me tell you, I have been working from home over 10 years, maybe 15 years now. So I love it. However, you can do joint ventures from your home, and you can do joint ventures from your office. Right now, I'm doing this presentation from my home. So once you are making the joint ventures, you can be a relationship maker and deal maker in the middle, and then actually create a success for both of your clients. One for the product owner, and other one would be for the list owners. Here are 3 strategies how you can create a joint venture with success right now. So I'm going to share with you in a moment. The LinkedIn vertical lead search, the event domination, and Skype and JV cash generation. So let's get into the first strategy. I'm sure you heard about LinkedIn. If you are not on LinkedIn, you should be on LinkedIn. It's a very powerful way to make the right relationships right to start with, because it's a very professional networking place. You got to be on LinkedIn, and I'm assuming you're already on LinkedIn. If not, please get on LinkedIn. Okay, so when you log into the LinkedIn, there's advanced search. You see this arrow, I am pointing it out. So, and then you search for, let's say you are looking for real estate people who works with the Donald Trump. In a keyword, you put a Donald Trump, and then you hit search. It's very simple. It will show up all the people who works with the Donald Trump corporation, then you can see who are the people you need to connect with. Just click on a connect and send them email like I show you on a screen, and send them the right message. That message will get directly into their email box. Now you can example, the second example I would say, you want to look for Oprah Winfrey, the people who work as the operation scheduling manager, senior director in the Oprah Winfrey network. If you want to reach out to Oprah, look at this, my Boolean search. I say do not know sales manager, because sales manager will try to sell you. In fact, you are trying to sell them. So bypass those sales people inside that company. Go to directly to the sales directors and like other directors and product owners and other people directly inside by looking at their title. This really gives you a 15 to 30% response rate if you do it right, as I showed you here. You can connect with them. Here is the message I use when I actually try to connect with them. Subject line is, my client would like to promote you. So who will ignore that message if say the clients would like to promote you? I have a couple of clients who may have a large list and would like to promote your product. I would like to see if you have some time to discuss or would like to talk further. All the best. You see, this, who will say no to this kind of message? I am outreaching to them. I can help them. Okay. You can copy my message and use it. Who will turn down this message down? Now the second way to actually find people on the group is there's a group directory. There's probably 1.1 million groups already, maybe even more than 1 million by now. So there's like a 1.47 on this one, the time I took the screenshot of this one. Every group owner is a list owner. Look at this one group. I'm looking at this. LinkedIn HR has 750,000 members at the time of taking a screenshot. So if imagine if your product is related to HR, if you contact this group owner, if the moment they agree to promote you, guess what will happen? You will have access to 752,000 members who can move your product, and when they promote it the right way, you give them all the information. You even make a 10% commission from that. That's a nice change. I don't know about you, but I think it can pay some of my bills, you know. Don't you agree, Sharon?
I sure do. Can't wait.
Okay, sure. And then the second thing is that I just showed you that how you can actually go on LinkedIn and connect with the right people, with the group owners, and plus with the right professionals directly inside the virtually in any company. Okay. Now the strategy number 2 is when you go to different events. You and I both go to events. In fact, matter of fact, I met Sharon at an event in Atlanta. Sharon, do you recall that time when we were sitting together?
Yes, I do recall.
Okay, wonderful. I do still remember. Sharon is a wonderful person and very caring, and you are really on a treat with Sharon on this one. Let me tell you, since then we have been in touch together, and we attempted to do a few things together, and now I am here on with call with you to share my joint venture experience. If we would not have met on the event, I would not be on this call. This is a really honor and privilege for me to be on this call with you. See, that's the result of a meeting at the event. However, we go to events all the time. We all go to different local meetups. We go to different conferences, but people don't do it right way, because I have been doing this for so long. I am about to share with you the proven strategy to maximize your before you go to the next event. If you follow this strategy, I can tell you, you will be pleased with the results what you get, because I use even today this same strategy every time I go to event. Are we ready?
Yes.
Cool. So before even I go to the event, I send a message to every speaker who is speaking at the event. You know, whenever you go to event, you see all the speakers list. I'm going to put this subject name is XYZ. XYZ is just an event name. Let's say example where we met. I met Sharon at a NAMS event in Atlanta. So I will say NAMS event meeting. Hi, and then the first name. Very nice to meet you. Based on your relationship with event organizer, that's like in our case was David Perdue. You know, he is a wonderful, nice man. I met him many times after that, so it's really honored to be working with a person like him with high integrity. So based on your relationship, as speaker has a relationship with the event organizer or promoter, whatever you call them, so they already have a relationship with them. Because if they have, imagine that if the speaker does not have a relationship with the promoter, speaker won't be on that event. So you don't have to even guess. They have the relationship. What you are using a line is based on your relationship with the event organizer. You replace their name here. I definitely think it's worth a conversation to see if your products are right fit for my client audience. I thought I should introduce myself and reach out to you. I am blah blah blah, joint venture broker, and connect business owners for the mutual success. Just then you give them a one-line proof of something what you have already achieved. That way that will set you apart as a, you can see on your screen. I use just recently I have arranged a live webinar for one of my clients with that many registration and that many attendees on the webinar. Looking forward to speaking with you soon. Whole idea is connect with them, introduce yourself, what you do, and then try to give them a proof what you have already done for somebody else. That will get their attention because they are looking for if someone is a talker or is a real person who can actually do something. You and I both know that so many people talk, and of course, and then you give your contact information. If you send to every speaker, let me tell you, are you ready for this? 60 to 80 to 90% you get the feedback on this one. And here's the good part, you don't have to send too many messages. On one event there could be 5 speaker, 10 speaker, 20 speaker, 30 speaker, 50 speaker, doesn't matter. It's a very small number of messages. This is the message. You can copy it, please use it. It will work every time. Just put your own name, don't put my name. I'm okay if you're using my name. However, I want you to use your own name, and if you want to correct this message, use as a template, so that way fit into, change it for your own style. I'm okay with that. Okay, hopefully you're liking this and you're excited by now, and I'm going to give you, you can send this message via LinkedIn, Facebook, Skype, email is a similar thing. It's just a template. You can change it for a Facebook, and you can change it for a Skype. You can change it by the email to them. Everyone now, once you go to the event, you will be talking to the speakers. Remember that you already sent them the message, they already accepted your message. You say, yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you. Now you need to do is, when you go on the event, meet all those speakers, because you already have established a little bit relationship with them. They can see your thumbnail picture on the social media, how you contact them. Everyone at the event will see you talking to all the key players. The speakers are the key players, and this creates a natural momentum. Here's the example of Dave Van Hoos is a CEO of Speaking Empire in Tampa. They had the event. He put a message on my Facebook page. Siddique, it was a pleasure to have you at my event. We're looking forward to growing you in the future. It's grateful that you are able to connect with so many connections. If anybody is looking for more connections, Siddique is the man. He said, thank you, Dave. And then of course I is on public on my Facebook page. I kind of say, thank you, quality of networking was blown away my mind, and you can read it all. However, that really gives you, once you go on the event and with the prep, you do your homework first. This is the promoter, event organizer will actually will become your quote unquote friend. He will know you are the person who is moving around and everybody know you. Then naturally they come and talk to you directly. Okay, you don't have to ask for it even. That happens. And Skype, many people use Skype, and as a VA, Skype is your probably a best friend, and you should be using Skype too. So if you're not using Skype, it's a free application. You can download it and you should be using it. And you can find the key people and the Skype IDs on on Facebook, Warrior Forum, LinkedIn, and more. People use their Skype IDs all over. If you have the email address of a person, you can actually get their Skype ID very quickly just by searching it. So here are 3 joint ventures tips for a success. Number 1, stay away from a complete beginners. If somebody has a product, it's not even a proven in the market, stay away from them. Why? Because they are going to sell you their dream. They think it's so unique, nobody else has it. They are going to sell you their story. Please stay away from them. Why? Because you need a different level of skill to work with new beginners. Okay, just to keep your life simple, stay away from complete beginners. Always, number 2, always do due diligence on prospects' reputation, because you want to make sure dealing with the right people who has the right reputation in their business, because they could be scammer, they could be something else. They must be good salespeople to sell you into an idea. But if you don't do a due diligence on that one, we all know how many things we have done wrong when we have overlooked something. Number 3, get everything in writing. Everything what I'm saying to you or somebody else, yeah, I promote my product, I pay you 10%. Get in writing. If it's not written, it's not there. when I go back in many years, if I have not got in writing, guess what? I would have been a huge loss on many deals, because people, when they see money and you create a success, you do all the work. When they see money, they say, where is, I didn't sign anything with you, or I only pay you 2%. So if it's a writing, you can do that. So any one of you, that's my little presentation I prepared for you in case you want to outreach to me and you have some questions and you want to discuss with me, you need some help on your joint ventures, interested in joint ventures with our, and if you have, I have access to over 300 plus brokers worldwide. If your client needs some help, hand holding, you can do two ways to contact me. You can take your cell phone, send a text to this 404-418-6019. This is a text in number. In the message you want to put Sharon, so I know you came from Sharon William. Okay. However, if you don't like texting, I know years ago I didn't like texting, now I love texting. Then here is the link on the screen, jvgenius.com/meet Siddique. If you follow this link, it is a link to my calendar, so you can book a meeting with me and then we will talk. Thank you so much, Sharon. I really appreciate it, and hopefully it has helped your audience.